Good people, what is going on? Another episode of the All Go Podcast. I'm your host, Desmond. I had a video earlier today that I did about a lot of the big games that happened on Saturday, which was, once again, an amazing day of football. Even if your team, my team, Alabama, got embarrassed. But one of the games that I did not talk about was Michigan. They played New Mexico, so not quite a premier game, but it was the debut of Bryce Underwood, the highly touted quarterback, number one player in the country, and number one player out of the state of Michigan. If you remember, he was committed to LSU, and Michigan made a really late, strong push and got him signed. There's, some NIL, all that good stuff involved, which that is involved with every player, every kid who's a highly touted. So nothing unique outside of the amount. But he came out, and from all accounts, and I didn't watch that game from start to finish. There was the LSU Clemson game on, so we kind of had a little bit of both going on, both games playing. But I thought he looked amazing, and to me, it wasn't surprising. I have told on this channel before a alum from the school that I went to. He coached in the Flint area, but he had coached a couple players that were ended up going Division I to I think some ACC schools, some MAC schools, etc. So he knows what a high level high school player looks like, and he had mentioned to me that their team played Belleville, and he's like, man, Bryce is, before the games, he's on the sidelines, by the fans signing autographs, and just comes out and he's just balling. He's like, he's unlike any quarterback or player that I've ever seen. He's like, he's gonna be a baller. And he played at Belleville, which is a big school here in the state of Michigan. And I was expecting him to be pretty darn good, and he didn't disappoint. I saw some tweets, and I think it was just from rival fan bases about him, he's got to figure out how to get some touch on his throws. And then I also see throws where he's got plenty of touch on it, and it looks just great. I mean, he's got a big arm. He's a big kid. I think that's the part that was surprising. I knew he was about 6'3", 6'4", but he looks almost even bigger than that on the field. And yeah, so I think for Michigan, man, because that was their issue last year. It was the quarterback position. They could not get adequate quarterback play for the life of them last year, and it was difficult. I mean, in today's day and age, the days of the 2010, 2011, let's just line it up in I formation and run the ball over people. Those days are over. If you're gonna be a high level team, high level program, you need a quarterback who can participate in the game, right? You can't hide a quarterback in today's day and age. It's just not going to happen. The defenses are too good. The guys are too fast. And there's just too many. There's just not enough opportunities to be able to hide a guy. You have explosive offense is really the name of the game nowadays, with just how aggressive teams are with their offense and pass play calling. So you have to have a guy who can be a plus player. He doesn't have to be a superstar and, hey, we could throw the ball 60 times with this guy, but we got to be able to lean on you in certain spots. And I think Michigan's got one with Bryce. And this week they've got a huge game coming up against Oklahoma. And the thing is, it's not as if Oklahoma is some type of world beater. I think this early in the season, we don't really know what anybody is. But the point is they're on the road. They're going to Oklahoma, which that is going to be a hostile environment. They got a great fan base. It's an SEC game. I know it's still kind of odd. I'm not quite used to calling Oklahoma an SEC team, but they are. And if you remember, which I do, Oklahoma beat Alabama last year. And, regardless of whatever you think Alabama is today, that is still Alabama. So a lot of it's a big game, ranked opponent. And also, keep in mind for Michigan, they only have, outside of this Oklahoma game, they only have one more ranked team on their schedule, and that's obviously their big rival, Ohio State. So it may be early, but as you look forward to potential college football playoff, Big Ten championship, those types of things, which I'm sure, inside of Schembechler Hall, they have those goals. This is going to be a big one for that, right? If you beat one of the two ranked teams that you played, that's going to look a lot better than if you went 0-2, for example, against those ranked teams that you played. And you can't go 2-0 against the ranked teams if you don't beat the first one. So it'll be a big game. I don't know if College Game Day is going to be there. I know Josh Pate's going to be there, which is a big deal. But yeah, not sure who's gonna be there, but it is sure to be a big game. So I'll definitely be tuned in, and as I'm sure a lot of people will. I'd imagine that game's gonna do some serious numbers. So we shall see what happens. But that is it for me. Appreciate it. Peace.